While some haunted houses might seem a bit hokey, filled with actors dressed as ghouls, goblins, and mad scientists, many places around the world have a well-earned reputation for actually being haunted. Each has a fascinating backstory and is known for ghostly sightings or other spine-tingling experiences. Are you ready to explore the world's most chilling haunted spots? If you're a fan of the paranormal or simply love a good scare, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more eerie tales from around the globe. 1. Chateau de Brissac, Maine-et-Loire, France. Known as the Giant of the Loire Valley, this castle stands as the tallest in France, boasting 7 floors, 204 rooms, numerous portrait galleries, and a private opera house seating 200 people. Originally built as a fortress by the Counts of Anjou in the 11th century, it even hosted a visit from King Louis XIII in 1620. The most active spirit is La Dame Verte, or the Green Lady, said to be the illegitimate child of King Charles VII. She met a tragic end, who was murdered by her husband in the chateau during the 15th century after he discovered her affair. She often happens to appear in the tower room of the chapel, dressed in green, with eerie gaps where her eyes and nose should be. When she's not startling guests with her appearance, her mournful moans can be heard echoing through the castle. Today, the chateau operates as a popular hotel that hosts special events like a Christmas market and wine tastings featuring wines produced from its own vineyards. Guests who dare to stay overnight enjoy lavishly decorated rooms filled with period furniture. 2. Monte Cristo Homestead, New South Wales, Australia. Picture a late Victorian mansion adorned with intricate cast iron lattice work built by the wealthy landowner Christopher William Crawley in 1876. It stands today as Australia's most haunted house. Take your pick from a roster of chilling tales. There's the young child who tragically fell down the stairs, the maid who met her end falling from the balcony, and the stable boy who perished in a fire. However, the most chilling tale surrounds the ghost of the caretaker's son, who was found curled up next to his deceased mother and spent 40 years chained up in the mansion. Today, the mansion operates as a B&B, offering guests dinner followed by a ghost tour that delves into its dark and gruesome past. Daredevils can even spend the night in the haunted homestead, experiencing its eerie atmosphere firsthand. 3. Bangar Fort, Rajasthan, India. Imagine standing amidst the haunting ruins of Bangar Fort, a 17th century fort city with imposing walls, bustling markets, grand palaces, and ancient temples spanning 3 towering stories. Despite its majestic appearance, these ruins are infamous as India's most haunted fort. Stories whisper of a wizard named Singya and Princess Ratnavati, who rejected his advances. Legend tells of an enchanted oil he hoped would win her love, turning into a boulder that crushed him when she cast it away, cursing the palace and condemning its residents to a grim fate without hope of rebirth. Another chilling tale speaks of a local ascetic's curse on the fort, enraged when its shadow overtook his land, with locals warning that any attempt to roof the fort would doom it to collapse. Bangar Fort now lies as an eerie archaeological site, known ominously as the House of Ghosts. Guides can lead visitors through its haunting history, but it's advised to explore during daylight. Officials strictly close the fort from sunset to sunrise, as locals believe those who stay overnight will vanish forever. 4. Myrtles Plantation, USA. In the quaint town of St. Francisville, just northwest of New Orleans, stands the Myrtles Plantation, enveloped by a 125-foot veranda. Stepping through its stained glass front door into the grand foyer, you're greeted by a dazzling French crystal chandelier, setting the stage for the mansion's eerie history. With a chilling tally of 10 murders within its walls, the Myrtles Plantation is renowned for its numerous ghost sightings. The most famous is Chloe, her ear gruesomely severed by a lover's betrayal. Often seen in a distinctive green turban, she peers intently at visitors and has been captured in chilling photographs. Recent images reveal Ghost Girl peering through windows, adding to the plantation's mystique. Other eerie encounters include a child bouncing on beds, a soldier, and a voodoo priestess. The ghost of a former owner, shot in the chest, is heard staggering up the stairs where he died. Despite its chilling reputation, the Myrtles Plantation now operates as a charming bed and breakfast with 12 accommodations. 5. Dragsholm Slot, Denmark. Dragsholm Slot, also known as Dragsholm Castle, was originally built in 1215, making it one of Denmark's oldest castles and reportedly the most haunted castle in Europe. During the 16th and 17th centuries, parts of it were used to imprison nobles and church officials. In 1694, it was rebuilt in a Baroque style. The castle is believed to be home to over 100 ghosts, including the Earl of Bothwell, husband of Mary, Queen of Scots, who died as a prisoner there. You might also catch sight of the White Lady, whose skeleton was discovered in a wall by builders in 1930. Today, the castle has been transformed into a luxurious hotel with elegant rooms and a Michelin-rated restaurant that serves locally sourced food. The hotel offers guided tours that explain the building's history. For a truly spooky experience, you can book a ghost tour that includes a 2-night stay, a tour focusing on the castle's eerie inhabitants, and dinner at the gourmet restaurant. 6. Ancient Ram Inn, Gloucestershire, England. Dating back to 1145, this inn was once used by priests who kept slaves and workers to help build St. Mary's Church. Located in Watton-under-Edge, it sits at the convergence of 2 ley lines, believed to channel spiritual energy from Stonehenge. Legends swirl around the inn, claiming it was a site of child sacrifice and devil worship. The ancient Ram Inn is infamous for its supernatural activity, believed to be caused by a dark energy portal opened by changes in water flow. The witch's room is particularly haunted by a woman burned at the stake in the 1500s for witchcraft. Visitors have reported chilling encounters: a high priestess haunting a bed, a centurion riding through walls, the agonizing screams of a girl, a monk in the most haunted room, and even a succubus slipping into beds at night. 7. Castle of Good Hope, Cape Town, South Africa. The first ghost was spotted in 1915, when the apparition of a tall gentleman was seen jumping off the side of one of the castle walls and walking between the bastions Leerdam and Orange. Another famous ghost, the Lady in Grey, was often seen running through the castle, holding her face and crying hysterically, but hasn't been seen since a woman's body was found during excavations. Other unexplained events include the bell in the bell tower ringing of its own accord and the ghost of a black dog that pounces on unsuspecting visitors, then simply vanishes into thin air. Arguably one of the world's best-preserved 17th century buildings, the castle is now a popular tourist attraction with 3 prestigious museums. It also features a memorial to Cristo, the leader of the Khoi nation, offering an opportunity to learn more about the hidden history surrounding the castle on a guided tour. 8. Hellfire Club, Montpellier Hill, Ireland. The Hellfire Club was a hunting lodge built in 1725 for William Connolly, an Irish parliamentary speaker. Constructed from stones of ancient passage tombs, it's said to have angered the devil, giving it a supernatural reputation. The lodge quickly became infamous as a meeting place for Dublin elites who indulged in debauchery and devil worship. Perched atop Montpellier Hill in the Dublin Mountains, it's surrounded by tales of animal sacrifice, black masses, cloven-hoofed men, and murder. One chilling tale tells of a satanic creature appearing as a man with cloven feet who vanished in flames when discovered. Eerie stories include encounters with a large black cat the size of a dog, which once confronted a priest and now haunts the lodge. A frequent ghostly visitor is a young lady believed to have been placed in a burning barrel and rolled down the hill for amusement. Despite its dark reputation, the Hellfire Club remains a popular stop on a walking trail through the Dublin Hills. Ghost tours are available year-round, with extra spooky tours offered during Halloween. 9. Banff Springs Hotel, Alberta, Canada. The Banff Springs Hotel in Alberta, Canada, styled after a Scottish baronial castle, is one of Canada's iconic railway hotels and reportedly one of the most haunted buildings in the country. Among its spectral residents is a tragic bride who fell down the staircase, breaking her neck after her dress caught fire. She is often seen in the ballroom, dancing with flames trailing from her gown. In room 873, a family was murdered, and though the door has been bricked up, the family can still be glimpsed in the hallway outside. Former bellman Sam Macaulay, who served at the hotel during the 60s and 70s, still assists guests up to their rooms clad in his 60s uniform. However, if you try to tip him or engage in conversation, he vanishes into thin air. 10. Poveglia Island, Italy. Poveglia Island, located in the Venice Lagoon between Venice and Lido, was historically a refugee from invaders and later used as a quarantine for bubonic plague victims and a mental asylum where patients were tortured. Locals believe the island is haunted by restless spirits and cursed with malevolent forces. Voices, screams, and dark shadows are commonly reported, and visitors often feel an oppressive evil presence upon stepping foot on the island. Despite nearly being auctioned off, Poveglia Island remains abandoned and strictly off-limits. Locals avoid it due to fears of curses, and fishermen refuse to fish nearby, fearing they may disturb human remains. With this, our list of top 10 haunted places comes to the end. If you enjoyed this list of haunted places and their eerie tales, like, share, and subscribe for more spine-tingling stories.